Tervetuloa takaisin Phoenix Wright Ace Attorneyin läpipeluseen. Missäs mikki takas tähän? Pidin pienen tauon, söin. Oho. Ja saavutin pelin tässä välissä. February 24, 3:12 p.m. Wright and Co. Offices. Anteeksi tämä kauhean suomalainen aksentti. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dark killings. Sounds like everyone heard about these killings but me. None of our Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me. What do you mean what happened to you? It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma? The night prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, On the night prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me. What? He tried to kill you? Mr. Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. So that means you... Yes. I was the witness in Joe Dark trial. I didn't see that one coming. Eikö se ollut täällä? Witnesses. Emma Sky. It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. Niin, äsken lukesin. Helmikuussa ukkosilma. No, ei Suomessa ainakaan. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office. Joe Dark. It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Jake Marshall's brother. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage, but before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then, what happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now. A permanent picture. After the incident, I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall, so you weren't able to testify about that. No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why she made up the crime. Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence? The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. None forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it. Edgeworth? Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, it's all my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened. So it's true, even though he may not have known it. Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. As that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold, like she is today. She must not have been able to face out what she did, especially not to Emma. Permanent picture. What did you see in the instant that crime occurred? Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently, I passed out. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Poor Emma, you have been through so much. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that incident. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. 2 years ago, you must have been 14. That's understandable. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight the crime with my testimonies and find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any. I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. There's something that's bothering me, Emma. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at that time, right? That's right. Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor. Oh, there's no mystery there. Shodak had been taken in for questioning that day. Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police? Of course. This happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office. But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office? Because the detective offices and the questioning room are right across from the elevator. Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force. What? That's news to me. After the Chodak case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. When I used to be a detective, I'd better have another talk with her. No sinuses. Lana, Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble. Falsifying evidence. I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul, why should we? But Lana, if you are wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risks. Lana, Emma told me about you. Oh? About how you were a detective 2 years ago, and how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me on the details, especially about that unusual change of jobs? I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. Today's trial. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. At the trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believe in you, Alana. I believe that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. It couldn't be helped, Emma. At the trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, all from aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15 there was no murder at the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr, said. But you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife. Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so phased before. Detective Lana Sky. It's true, I was a member of the police force 3 years ago. She was amazing. They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Kant cracked together. Chief Kant? He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked at the crime scenes. Demon Kant. He was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed. Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now you are chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience in investigating crime scenes, so you could use that experience in court, right? Kant's help with the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office. Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark. Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon Kant, right? Yes, Deputy Chief Kant and I shared the same office and the same investigations. They even had the same office. We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall and Angel the Star. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for a question. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place. When he tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. Damon Kant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Kant and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Kant and myself. That's where he found me. So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana. It appears so. I was filing some papers while Kant and Marshall were questioning Dark. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3 bodies? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room and just held her. Can't blame her, after all her sister must have gone. Can't blame her, after all her sister must have gone through. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident. That's right. What a coincidence, I don't buy it. What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident, just by chance. But that case was solved 2 years ago. At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall, yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he changed completely. Miten niin completely? Se oli silloinkin jo tommonen Texas Yeehaw-tyyppi. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. That case just might not be over yet. I was assaulted by a dog at the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Lemon Kent and I shared. The office that Mr. Kent now occupies by himself, the chief's office. Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. Okei, uusi paikka. Eli jossain täällä. I don't see Detective Kamshu anywhere. Things seem kinda quiet around here today. You're right. The chief of detectives seems the same as the chief of detectives seems the same though. Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to? Right. We can come back here later. Howdy, Bambina. Oh, Mr. Marshall. I never thought things would turn out this way when I woke up this morning. Que sera. You never know where life will lead you, Bambina. I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Billy? Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner. But Mr. Marshall, why did you do it? What do you prospectors say the best? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. No hurry, start illicit. Dark trial. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip? That was Joe Dark's alright. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. A question? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. What does it mean? It means there is a good chance the knife was not a murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased. Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence? That case left behind scars on all of us. The scars that the SL9 incident left behind. I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I had just met detective when it went down. It was our first case together. How old was he? Your brother? He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? You mean the King of Prosecutors? I know it. What are you looking at me? What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as... That's right, it was the day of the evidence transferal. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. every detective involved in that investigation say one was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. They? Who are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Sky. The investigation lead, Damon Gant, and his second in command, Lana Sky. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers. As the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah, Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Sky was totally different when she was a detective. Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me, what happened to my sister? Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. It was a secret. It all started 2 years ago. So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It was certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today. Too bad I won't be around to work with you. Then you'll become a real scientific investigator. Adios, Bambina. Minne mun piti mennä? Mun piti tältä poliisiasemalta mennä jonnekin. This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted. That must mean that everyone's busy solving crimes. Oh, if you're looking for the others, they are all in the conference room. Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us. Hän toi puhui meille. With the chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do about Miss Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media and tomorrow's trial, there's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I think festive is the word usually used for those. Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. Hän halusi laittaa tuo R, Grant. Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Shh, älä nyt sano mitään tommosia, mitkä saattais estää meitä pääsemästä minnekään. Ehkä se vaihtaa mielensä. Se on silleen, no okei, että te pääsekään. Good going. Hey, you are right, you can't go in there. Good going, Emma. Hey, Mia. It's off limits. Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. Niin me päästäänkin sinne. Mitä? Ihan sama. Don't question it. Tää on hemmet urut. Whoa, where am I? The chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door. Check out the pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Bach. I thought I was genius until... I never could remember where she was. Se on se helpon paikka muistaa. Oh, it's you two. Chief can't. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. So, righto, have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statement. Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the false evidence? Years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? Se on tässä kohtaa ollut jo rikki. That's a picture of Lana, Neil and me. Ja joku oli täällä tuolla. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, prosecutor Neil Marshall. We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. I can't quite seem to put my finger on it though. At the awards ceremony of Kant, Lana and Neil. Ja tuo ruukku. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to clock up here, so let's go out together. Oh, but this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. All the same, we still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. Looks like we aren't welcome. It seems the case isn't over with yet. After all, what do you mean? Chief can't deny our request to search this crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. You mean like a clue? There's got to be a way that we can get inside the chief's office. Hey pal, Detective Kamshu, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm just taking a breather, my feet hurt. From sitting so long. Actually, from serving everyone coffee. Sounds like Detective Kamshu is still out of the loop. Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No, why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battles between you two in court. That sounds serious. This is because of what my sister said. That's basically what it all boils down to. And that's falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood. Yikes. Edgeworth's crisis. But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was false. Anska is the guilty party here, isn't she? Regardless, a prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there's been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now, with this, are there really so many people who hate him? In our world, all those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth is not only not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies. Hey Dick, keep up the good work. Yes sir. Let's go out for lunch again sometime. My treat. Yes sir. Could I take me back to the joint sometime? Okay Dick. Yes sir. It seems you don't have any problems with the enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Miss Edgeworth just might crack. SL9 incident. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing. He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Well, did you find out anything? The only evidence Doug left behind was during his violent attack. His violent attack? You mean when he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl? Me. Since Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl, that's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all. Well, what was it? Oh, let's see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay? His powers of recollection never fail to impress. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might shock his memory. Eli tämä oli se falsified evidence. About this. Hey, is that... It has a tag attached to it, with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker. On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. And was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler. That's it. Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. Well, what is it, detective? Quick, before you forget again. Jodak was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just run-of-the-mill businessman. A businessman? What made him take serial killing? One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. With his car? So it was an accident. An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal. An animal? He killed the man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed the lady who saw the kid walk, so he killed him too. Then it was burning. The Chaco came seen and was killed as well. Finally he turned himself in. Se murhasi jonkun silminnäkijän, oliko se nainen, jonkun muksun ja jonkun hylkääjän. Alright, makes sense. No witnesses. Seems he was pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence, so he turned himself in. Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Tässä nyt ei ole mitään järkeä. Minkä takia se olisi niin kuin mennyt itse poliisille? Ja sit se juoksee kesken kaiken karkuun. Ja siellä ei ollut mitään todistusaineistoa, joka ei minä tiedä. Tosi mä luulen, että se oli ollut jo pitkään niinku pahalla jalalla, mutta se oli niinku yhden kerran. Oliko se sitten että niinku nää on tapahtunut erikseen, että se ei ollut vaan, että niinku tulee toinen toisessa perään näkemään mitä tapahtuu. En minä tiedä. Mut jos oli tommonen niinku se, jos noin kaikki tapahtui tuossa yhtä aikaa, se ajoi jonkun päälle, tappoi silminnäkijän, tappoi sen silminnäkijän, tappoi sen silminnäkijän, sit se antautui, sehän se onkin, antautui, sit se juoksee karkuun ja yrittää murhata randomin henkilön ilman syytä. Tässä nyt ei ole mitään järkeä. Prosecutor Marshal. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Doc was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. That last witness, aka Emma. You hit someone with his car. Okei. Eli se ajoi jonkun päälle autolla. Joku näki sen, se tappoi sen. Ja sitten tappoi sen jonkun toisen henkilön, joka näki sen tappamassa sitä silminnäkijää. Sitten kun se oli hautaamassa niitä sen uhreja, niin hölkkääjä näki sen. Sitten sen jälkeen se antautui. This knife. It was Joe Dog's, wasn't it? That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it. On it too. But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken. You don't have to take a good look at it to notice that. Well, yeah, well anyway. Take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did he mean. Where was it? Olisiko sen Marshallin sydämessä? The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was found deep inside the stab wound. Tänä selittää, minkä takia se terän koko otettiin huomiota, koska aika selkeä tommonen merkki sille, että se on käytetty, löytyi. Mutta onko tämä nyt sitten se vähän drastic measure tämäkin, että ne olisi tunkenut sen, katkaissut veitsi ja tunkenut sen uhrin sydämen. Mutta kysymys kuuluu, että minkä takia niiden piti plantata se puukko sinne. Eikö sillä sitten ollut puukkoa? Miksi sitten käyttänyt sitä oikeata puukkoa? Jossa pääsi se jäi kiinni. Se on vähän niin kuin open and shut case. Jos näin, se menisi näin. Onko ehkä vähän heikko tämä tarina tässä vai puuttuuko multa jotain vai mitä? This is much Rex knife. You bet. Down to the last fiber. That's pretty conclusive. Exactly in the back. Mä arvasin sydämeen, mutta iskettiin se selkä. That's from puncture hard one. No okei, osu sydämeen, okei. The knife tip was in the wood. The broken tip was found in the victim's body. Belonged to murderer Joe Dog. Switchblade knife updated in the court record. Well, there you have it, in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. It's not money, but it does concern the Chief. His office is a crime scene, right? He's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. The Chief's out now, and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around, if that's okay. Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door. What? Really? But if I let a civilian in there, I'll be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust? Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh, sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's. That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. Oh. So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office. I wonder if there's something that we could show him that would make him change his mind. Niin mulla on tää kuva. Mulla tuli ensimmäisenä mieleen tää, että jos mä näyttäisin sitä kuvaa. Mutta ne ei ollut päästy eksaminoimaan sitä siinä huoneessa, niin mulla ei ole sitä kuvaa. Mutta olin väärässä. Mulla on se kuva. Let me share a little advice with you as a detective. Ei taida kelpata. If you don't have a clue, keep your trap shut. I'll keep them in mind. Sheesh. Täytyy tosiaan katsoa sitä crime-scene ollenkaan. Aika tärkeä. Ei. Aika oleellinen osa tämmöistä raporttia, jos multa kysytään paikka. No, en tiedä miksi, mutta koetaan näyttää tätä. I've been setting up on those files. There's something wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. I think the people are accusing him of injustice. I for one ain't buying it, pal. You're looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, it was a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know. After all, the serial killer was on the loose. But that was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Duck guilty. Ei kyllä ole ensimmäinen kerta, kun se valehtelee, jos ajatellaan asiaa näin päin. Ei ole mitään huomattavaa näistä. I can't believe Officer Marshall would do something like that. You know Officer Marshall? Of course I do. He was like a mentor to me. When I first started out, he even gave me a small cactus. Really? He said, Dick, she'll listen to all your troubles. Not to self, Detective Gumshoe talks to a cactus. Hard to believe he's just a patrolman now. Someone ought to trade places with him. What? Why are you looking at me like that? But that jar, I think I've seen it before somewhere. Well, maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. This must be the most uninformative detective I've ever met. Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office and he's yelling at me. Chief Kent? I have seen that before. Mitä olisi tässä kuvassa? Ei sitten. Oot mä tutkit tätä mitenkään? En. No locker can't be opened without a fingerprint match. Besides, there's no reason for the murderer to touch his own locker. Hey, wasn't your locker the one with blood on it, detective? The handprint was really murderer's glove and didn't have any fingerprints. If they come to arrest me, You'll defend me, won't you? If that happens, I think you'll do better bleeding with edge worth. Tää hittava näyttäisi tolle. No. Oh, lost item report, huh? Very impressive detective. You knew what it was right off the bat. Well, I am a master of misplacement, you know. Master? That has such a cool ring to it. The way I see it, if things are meant to be lost, then they are meant to be lost. There's a higher power at work here. Wow, a higher power. Maybe I shouldn't let Emma hold any evidence. Hey, that part was used for detecting the fingerprints. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth gave it to us. He did what? Olaf's in some flower. Are you okay, detective? Quick, run! Achoo! If it's any help, one time I took a nap on a bench with wet paint. I might not comforted. That's the ID card record, isn't it? Yes, there's only one number left to investigate at 4:20 p.m. The victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. Someone with an executive officer number. 7777777. That's 17 too many. Detective. An executive officer. I just might have a hunch. Halua sanoa mitään uutta siitä. Ja tää on vanha kai. Hey, about this. Hey, is that? There's a tag attached to it with the label S and IDs on it. Maybe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in lock. Joo, kyllä on käynyt läpi. Ei pysty. Ei kannata nämä kaikki. Separate backs died from punctured heart and lung. Her motive was in the wound. Tämä on lukenut. Name of deceased, Neil Marshall, 27 May. Date and time of death, February 19, between 7 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Cause of death, single step wound, piercing heart and lung. Assessment, died from blood loss in about 10 minutes. Weapon found in the board was the missing tip. No ei mulla varmasti ole sitä mitä se haluaa. Tai ikinä haluaakaan, että se päässään en kääntynyt olla se. Ellei ole tullut jotain uutta, ei. Tennis and prosecutors have no business showing evidence outside our court. It's taboo, especially when the interests of both parties are involved. She really means it. Lana. here today. Not even Miss Star. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are. But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case, but instead it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty. Hang in there, Lana. I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow. Mennään käymään vessassa. Ja tupakilla vaikka samalta. Jatketaan. Onko täällä mitään tutkittua? En usko. Mennään käymään Edgeworthin luona. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. There he is. It looks like he's writing something. What are you doing here? He served us quick to throw the paper on the floor. Tough day in court here, huh? I've had to live the past 20 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. Ihan ensimmäisenä mä oon ottanut sun paperin tuolta. I wonder what he was writing before. Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look. Are you crazy? Edgeworth is writing right there. Just distract him. I'll check it out. Hey, Edgeworth. Isn't Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on, first let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet. He didn't even look. What? Letter of... If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says, letter of resignation. Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, right? I feel as if something inside me has died. But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. Oh, I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something. This letter of resignation, I wonder if I can use it for anything. Edgeworth discarded letter of resignation, he's serious. Pilastaa sitä. Mennään tällä kertaa tälleen päin. Päästään suoraan tänne 3. sivulle. Due to recent events, I hereby announce my resignation as public prosecutor. You will heard the resignation letter. Oh, even when resigning, Mr. Edgeworth is cool and concise. Still, it wasn't his fault. Someone has to be held responsible. That's how it is in the grown-up world. Yeah, but that responsibility means nothing if he just quits. Well, not everyone sees it that way. To truly take responsibility, you should have to work the rest of your life for no pay. That's my tough grown-up words there. Ei tai olla muuta. Haluaisitko sä sanoa tossa jotain? Tuntuu väärältä näyttää sille mutta... They said when there's smoke, there's fire. Apparently, I was so caught up in the smoke, I lost sight of the truth. Edgeworth, the others are right. I have no right to serve as a prosecutor. But Mr. Edgeworth, you were only doing your job. I've always made up my own decisions about what I can or cannot do. That hasn't changed. Forgiving myself is something I cannot do. Uh-oh, I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, please you have to do something. Instead of resignation, I wonder if I can use it for anything. Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you all over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea, just telling me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very stylish manner. It's only stylish, så sen aikaisemmin polite. Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe I just show him my best evidence I can get some reaction out of him. This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. Prosecutor Neil Marshall, he had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes, the trophy Mr. Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours. Yes, you're right. I remember now. Remember what? That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. Siinä oli miekka mukana. There's a story behind its design. A story? Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Selkeästi tämä tuli uutena. False evidence. Puhutas tällä nyt. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to. And nothing I can do erase that fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, my responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. The fact remains the same, no matter what excuses I might have. Mr. Edgeworth, I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? Pienetkin. No niin. Are you sure you are up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial, and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you are getting on my nerves. But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out of the trial. Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists. That is odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time. That picture, something seems strange about it. Mä näytän se jo. The day of the crime. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered. You were participating in a ceremony over the station, right? Mikäli lukesin sanan that. I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this. those receiving awards can't exactly skip out of the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department. You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? Damn, this. Oh yeah, Chief can't ask you to hold on to that, didn't he? Yes, it was a piece of evidence in the case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with two characters. Sword and shield, sen mä tiedän. Tai sword spear. Ei mikään sword, kun siis spear shield. Keihäs ja kilpi. Tarinahan menee että oli joku myyjä, joka yritti myydä keihästä. Muistaakseni on nimenomaan keihäs sekä miekka. Se pystyy läpäisemään minkä tahansa kilven, ja sillä se yritti myöskin myydä kilpeä, että se pystyy pysäyttämään minkä tahansa keihään. Ja asiakas kysyy, mitä tapahtuu. Tapahtuu, jos tämä keihäs yrittää iskeä tätä kilpeä. Ristiriita. The first means halberd, the second means shield. Okei. Tämä tieto tulee siis Game Theoryltä. Mathmatilta. Se siinä puhuu keihästä, mutta... Have you heard this story? Me? Oh, sir, everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it though, for my sake? Very well. No, mä just sanoin sen tarina. Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with two items. The first was a halberd, he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield, he claimed could withstand any weapon. No, vähän eri tavalla menee kuin mitä mä äsken sanoa, mutta perusidea tässä tarinassa on sama. Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other. Very perspective. But then again, you have heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very description of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born. Oh, I see. So chipped shield and broken knife symbolize. Precisely so. Okei, ne ei ole siis hajonnut, vaan ne on tarkoituksella ollut hajonneita. Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words, but it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this. Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? You'll have to ask Chief Kant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished. Chief Kant. King of Prosecutors trophy updated. 2 years ago, the halberd was removed at Kant's behest, giving it its current form. Excuse me. Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef? Kyllä, kiitos. Mistä? I guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved in this SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence evidence from that case was due to transferal. This can't be all attributed to mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness? Is that Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten. Miss Star's hatred toward Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. Dark Investigation. Joe Dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year on the presser. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana Skye. My sister. The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo. Lana and Chief Kent. As the case closed. That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean with the forging of evidence? Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret. You not have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. Huh? But in that case, all of us, save Goodman, were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. And Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief of a prosecutor. And I always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. She was being used. Legendary duo. Damon Kent and Lana Skye. Kent led the investigation with Lana second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Damon Kent's magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism? By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. It produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Mulla on vahva epäilys tästä, mikä näiden alkuperä on. Incredible evidence, you mean? Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him, though. I think she's talking about false evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. Other detectives wanted to be like her. Huh, really? Oh yes, myself included. Was a fool, really. She had anything crooked. And always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would ever have recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Miss Starr. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Being used. Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks, Chief. against powerful influence. Chief. That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, he's Joo, mä haluan lukea alusta. That's right, having solved the SL9 case, his position as the chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office. What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred? If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude. There must have been a reason for her change. At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Star. You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. Haluaisitko sä sanoa jotain näistä? Sulla on tuskin omassa mitään sanottua. No, katsotaan. I don't have anything else to tell you. Mister, the only thing I can give you now is a puppy seed rice set. Talk about cheap. Eat this and maybe you'll be able to tell black from white in court tomorrow. Alright, tuskinpa. Alright. Mikäs oli mun suunta seuraavaksi? Okei, jätän olla tippi. No sanoks sä tossa jotain? Et sä tarvitse sanoa mitään. Täällä, ei. Tulin. Jussi Edgeworthin luokin. Oh, you are back. You're still here. I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Mä katsoin, se oli 150 kuppia. Kuppia kahvia. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ. You are DJ as well. If I'm mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Oh, that DJ. I can hide my persistency, but my answer is still no. I'm not letting you in the chief's office, period. I'd be my neck on the line. It'd be my neck on the line. That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there. There's gotta be something we can do to make a detective change. The detective change his mind. Sainko mä mitään uutta? Tää on vakavaa. Edgeworth meinaa lopettaa, jos pääsemään sinne. What's this crumpled piece of paper? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious. Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they've pushed him this far. Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible. When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we just... We betrayed him. Detective. That's it. I've made up my mind. But... Here, take my ID card. You can't do that. If someone found out, they won't let you off the hook with another lost item report. Pidä nyt pääs kiinni! Ennen kuin se vaihtaa mieltään. Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? So at least let me do this. For Mr. Edgeworth's sake. Alright, detective. Thank you. The police department ID allows access to areas of the PD open to detectives. Tuck it swiftly. Here goes, Mr. Wright. Eikö se ole aina tullut väärinpäin? Ensin pitää olla piip ja sitten luku avautuminen. We are in. Tuossa on muuta selittää ihan hanska. Mikä näkyy siinä kuvassa? If anyone finds us here now, detective comes to Chicane. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Hey! Taas löi päänsä yhteen. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. Didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Detective Kamshu. Nyt se läppästä poskelle. What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too. If you are here, then what's the point in giving us your ID card? Kamshu's ID crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. Hey, don't do that to my card. I hardly ever get a chance to come in here, so I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we are all in this together now. You really do want to get fired, don't you? What if we are lucky? Now come on, let's see what we can find out. I've got a bad feeling about this. No, ihan ensimmäisenä eksaminen aina kaikki. This is the real deal, isn't it? Disarm these weapons. So Isbal, the chief, doesn't care for imitations. First the pipework and now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room? What? You mean we are paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. You don't have any taxes to pay. Be careful what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak. I don't think he'd fit in there. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out. Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be. This is safe, isn't it? Safe. That word is rife with intrigue. Okay, if you say so. It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. A 7-digit number. I think I just might know what it is. Input number. Don't you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want to try my birth date. It's... I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Good confirmed. Access granted. Aika hyvä arvos. Bingo. What number did you enter? Whose birthday was that, pal? 777777. The fun ID card number on that record. What? The number of the mysterious executive officer would enter the room that day. You mean 777777? That ID number? I think you are 17 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gen's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed it away? Look, it's a shard from broken cup. This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? There's something else in there too. What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. This is a handprint, isn't it? Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. I think the chief made up the design. I don't think so. Oh, well, it was just a thought. Is that it? This odd was in the safe. Apparently so. It's empty now. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it and a broken shard from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck and they're lining up. Great, now I have to prove their relevance to get them. Oh, there's these two items related to the SL9 incident. Come on, there's got to be something we can show the detective. No. Ei tullut mulle. No, tähän väliin sitten pistetään tuota. Ei verta missään. Siinä. Oh, this area must have been covered in blood. This is from that incident. It must be. And prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. Years have passed, so the reaction is kind of dull. So a murder really did take place here. That's it. Alright. Pienempi reaktio kuin ajattelin. Wow. Melkein säikähdin. Presentetaan sille tätä. Detective Shamshu, I'd like you to have a look at this. Hey, I know what that is. So you want to take some fingerprints? That's a great idea, detective. Alright, go to town. Sheesh. What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints. It's not your fingerprints we want to take. Huh? Come on, this isn't the time for jokes. We are taking that cloth we found in the safe. Oh, yeah. And that's the one with the handprint on it, right? Jeez, where's your sense of humor? Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. And once they have been absorbed into the prints blow the rest away. What do you, my mom? I don't have to be told a million times. Alright, let's get this over with. Anteeksi. Yskin mikkiin. Jos sun mutsin piti sanoa sulle miljoona kertaa, niin ei yllätä, että sulle pitäisi sanoa miljoona kertaa. Etusormi on se yleisin, mistä ainakin otetaan se sormenjälki. Vähän huono sormenjälki. I gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? But it just doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print. Okay, let's try the different finger then. Okay, tää näyttää paremmalta. Ei tääkään kauhean hyvä ole. I gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? It doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger then. Okay, tää näyttää hyvältä. Alright. Sen luulisi olevan tämä. Vaan ei ole. Tämä on laina siinä. Haa. Se on sen silminnäkijä siitä SL9-keissistä. Oliko se S9? Taisi olla. Eman sormenjälki. Emma, etkö tunnissa oman sormenjälkensä? Match found. No, how can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they? Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. Palehtelija. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. I thought there'd be dark prints. Psst, hei juu, sepäs mä unohdin, missä se tuli. Mä ajattelin, että se olisi ollut siinä kassakaapissa, mutta siis kassakaapin ovessa, kun printti, niin mä ajattelin, että se on tietenkin sen... Mikä gäntti sen tonka... Mikä sen sukunimi oli? Ihan sama. Mutta niin. Se oli siinä jossain paperissa. Psst, hey, over here. What's going on here? What are the kids' prints doing inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now. Here, maybe you should hold on to this. Piece of cloth folded and added to the gold record. Found in Chief Gant's safe evidence for... Niin oliko se Gantti se sukunimi? Mikä se etunimi oli? No okei, mä oon kutsunut sitä Gantiksi. Evidence for something but what? Best Emma Sky's prints. Mitä muuta siellä oli? Hetkonen nyt. Se paperinpala, mikä me just saatiin, mihinkä piti saada sormenjäljet, se oli aika selkeä. En kyllä enää muista. Tosiaan ei mulla ollut mitään ajatuskaan, että miten mä voisin saada se. The Chief's Office. That desk on the other side of the room. Was that your sister's? Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana. that day 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now? No sir, this is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see. So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk. No one except Chief Gant and the cleaning lady who's in here each morning. Still 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Can I ask you something? Sir, you only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? What do you ask? You don't think? Nah, you wouldn't be. No. No, there's no way. Never mind, don't worry about it. Okay, now then, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on, not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is it? When someone tells you, don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at all, at that. Sorry, this guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think. Chief Gant. Might be a suspect, do you? What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him? Kyllä mä vähän veikkaan. Chief Gant, so it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignoring me again. The chief's organs is a sight to behold. Occasionally we hear him playing it from the criminal affairs department. That's on the second floor, and this is the 15th floor of an entirely different building. When a detective screws up, the chief calls them to his office and makes them listen to the organ for hours. What's so bad about that? Music suits the soul. At that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ring in their ears. Aika paha. So it's an instrument of punishment, literally. But aren't the chief's ears affected? He never listens to anyone anyway. That's besides the point. You can see pretty far from 15 stories up. If you were to drop the suit of armor from here, at first the chief wanted to use stained glass for this window. Really? Why didn't he? They said he changed his mind because he wouldn't be able to see the view. No. Stained glass or not, it's a huge window. Kyllä tossa oli jotain. Wow, look at the size of Chief's desk. Se on se. Mä ajattelin, että se on sitä puhelimessa, ja mä laitoin sitä hielteliä ylös siitä, niin se tuossa pöytää siihen. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier... Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. He put the paper he was reading in his desk. I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. List of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this though. Hey, look at the case name. Huh? SL9 incident. I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what... No, about evidence list. Normally they are twice as long. That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. Half-size list of evidence. The list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists around twice as long. other half of the list be doing here? I knew it. Chief must be hiding something about this case. It would appear so. List of evidence in the SL9 incident was ripped in half, so this part is all I've got. Tässä on ilmeisestikin sen Eman piirtämä kuva. Aika hyvin piirretty. I wonder what this is. Looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here. What is it? Did you find something? I can't make it out. I'd better keep quiet about it for now. Huh? Oh, no, it's nothing. Why are your eyes moving about like that, Miss Wright? I'd better not forget about this picture. Lisää salaisuuksia. Salaillaan Emmalta asioita. Mitä kommenttia näistä evidensseistä? Olet tätä tutkinut. This is a handprint, right? Yeah, someone left behind an oil stain on the fabric. Whoever it was, they must have had a really oily hand. Mr. Wright, think about it scientifically. Huh? The more likely explanation is the person slipped and fell on a freshly waxed floor, getting wax all over their hand. Well, that would account for this amount of oil, I guess. I don't see what's so scientific about it though. Puhun selvästi kokemuksesta. It happens, you know. I always sleep on the floor at school after they are waxed. Kyllä, puhuu kokemuksesta. Tämä ei pelitään sanottu tosta. Look at the size of the Okei, no sama juttu sinänsä, mutta uudet tekstit. Tosiaan sanoin, että meidän kannattaisi katsoa tätä listaa. No, minä puhun Edgeworthille asiasta. No, noin sen täysin, mikä se ensimmäinen oli. Voinko mä saada sitä? Jos tää asia nyt etenee, niin se jää siitäkin, että pitäisi saada se gumshoota, niin kysyn taas apua sitten. Mä olin mennä tänne puolelle. This was taken on the day 2 years ago. The day Joe Doug ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here. Then went along with Chief Can to question Doug. I bet he never knew he'd been dead just a few hours later. Gee, you think? Katsotaan tätä pöytää ensimmäisenä. This was Laura's desk. It's tidy. No, it's always been meticulously clean. There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Kent must still keep it clean in the memory of the partnership. They were the stuff legends are made of. Does he keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime? Jättää ikähyllylle. These shelves are mostly empty. None must have cleaned them out when she transferred here to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. Hey, this is when Lana and I went to the theme park. Aina toi. Tää tuottajalta. Se on vähän niinku Ikea-kaapisto plus sitten tommonen pikaruoka, tai no ravintolan tommonen kärry, minkä laitetaan asiat. Tässä tulee mieleen, että tää on nyt metallinen pöytä. Se näyttää vähän lasilta. Metallinen pöytä, jossa on lasia. Se on itse samanlainen kuin toi. Näissä tulee kaikissa itse meille Ikean tavarat. Mulla ei toki ole tämmösiä hyllyjä, mutta niin mulla on tommosia Ikea-laatikoita. Ja mulla itse on tämmösiä vähän saman kaltaisia Ikea-pöytiä. Siinä oli no ei tuo ikkuna vielä. Look at the giant window. Makes you want to crash through it and jump outside. This is the 15th floor. I know, I was just saying. Saying what? Tell the hate more. Ever since making detective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dear dreams. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe is done with his life. So long as he doesn't go crashing through that window. When he gets fired. Don't say that. Siinä oli varmaan kaikki. Ai, siinä on vielä jotain. This mark looks like some kind of flower. For this, it's just as the insignia on the prosecutor's badge. Prosecutor's badge? Yeah, like the one hanging from New York a lot. What? They have badges too? The design is supposed to portray the severity of the punishment system. Now that you mention it, it does look like pointy and kind of painful. But Mr. Edgeworth never wears a badge. That's because he's a sharp dresser. A badge like that wouldn't go too well with his outfit. Might just on vähän jotain ilkeämpää. Badge like that would look ugly on anyone. So sharp dresser don't need to wear badges. I guess everyone just kind of lets it slide. I don't see how that's supposed to signify severe punishment. Hei. Jos on mitään muuta sanottavaa, ei mulla ole mitään uutta näytettävää. That's what the chief was reading before, isn't it? You know, when we first came in here. Yeah, it looks like the right side of the form has been torn off. So Mr. Edgeworth's list really was only half the whole thing. Onks meillä siis se toinen puoli vai onks tää se sama, missä se puhuu? Something else is bugging me more than that. Look at the back of that form, pal. The back? Joo, katsottiin jo. What is this piece of cloth anyway? It's smooth and sort of feels like vinyl. I think I've felt something like this before. Nah, I can't remember. It seems this is becoming a habit with you. I can't keep anything in my head lately. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe is going senile. Emma's fingerprints were found on this cloth. I have a bad feeling about this. Vastaan täälläpäs. Ei mitään. Right, please. Sulla ei ole mitään sanottavaa siitä. Mä käyn kysymässä neuvoa, että oliks mulla jotain, että miten mun piti saada se, mikä se ikinä sitten olikaan. Niin joo. En kyllä tunnu sen enempää, että mitä pitää tehdä, mutta voin arvata. Se mikä se oli se puuttuva osa siitä maljasta. Ei kun. Detective Kamshu, could you have another look at this charm? I remember when the three of us put us back together. Ah, those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Sorry, Aiden. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case? That's right, one of the jars had an SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found. You meant this one? That was in the safe? Yes, that one. That was in the safe. Ah, now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Assemble fragments. Yeah, let me see that chart. I'll take a crack at this. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do. Mr. Wright, here's some clue. If I can piece this together again, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. There, it fits like a charm. That of course means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. But hey guys, get a load of this. What is it? This piece you just attached. It's different from the others. There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line. That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe? Evidence from the SL9 incident. Found fragment found in Chief Gant's safe. Blood trace. Well, was I any help? Not fucking at all. You were a fucking hindrance. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now you wanna see? No, that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right? You and the code. You can't. We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in science. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray duck run right into a pole. Just then I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir. Sorry. Oh, you in the code. Me, sir? Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But, sir... Now get out. Yes, sir. We'll be on our way then, do then. Wait, you, the one without any spike hair. Don't go yet. Me, sir? I'd like a word with you. But sir, I'm not the licensed scientific investigator yet. You with the spike hair, you are free to go. And Mr. Wright. Look, pal, I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why has she kept eerily silent about it all this time? Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try small things over with the Chief again. Later, pal. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions, so she'll be busy for the rest of the day. I see, so the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in the court. I'm committed to doing everything I can do to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you have told me over these past couple of days, it's absolutely nothing. Menas itse just sano, ihan mutta Phoenix menas sano, alueellisuusille, that have been a lot of help. It's absolutely fucking nothing, not a single useful thing. Really, I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. Huh? It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you are convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now, now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Keeping quiet. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you are unwilling to tell the truth, it's that you are incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, whom may I ask is this person you are speaking of? The one I am supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name? Well, Miss Kine. Mr. Wright, sä et sanonut. Phoenix ei sano sille mitään, eli siis syytän sitä Ganttia. Jos ette huomannut, olisi aika nopeasti siinä. Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place. I think she's still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? Demon Gant. We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence. Of course, these are serious offenses. Why is it though that the Chief Gant's name was never mentioned? Chief Gant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other, Demon Gant. If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case. I certainly can. I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This tar piece and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, what are you taking all the blame for him? Touche, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmise, I can disobey the chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that 3 days ago. I have no choice but to cooperate. in the murder of Detective Goodman. Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Orders. Although I can't tell you the details. I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. Just as I suspected, despite what everyone believes. You were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered the murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. The knife from Vessel 9, isn't it? Serial killer Joe Dog's knife. I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. That would be Edgeworth's knife. That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand. Yes, it seems that I got blood on the victim's shoe as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in. Miss Taha. Interesting. Why did you need to hide Doug's knife so badly? It took a lot of work to finally close the Doug case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible. So you hid Doug's knife. The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Doug case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it in Edgeworth's exhaust pipe. Right, then I called my sister to tell her what happened and ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. You asked Emma. I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling? The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Kent, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to patrolman Jake Marshall. Marshall? Why not? That's what you call him. The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade on his own. Oh, you mean not wanting the case to die? He decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. He had already stolen the ID card. But it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. But Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer. and what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. To be continued. Just tuli 2 tuntia täyteen. No, se on. Kiitos kun katsoitte ja jatketaan seuraavalla kerralla. Olisiko toiseksi viimeinen video tätä peliä tulossa? Trial Formar ja sitten Trial Ladder. Eli tässä on vielä episodi 6. Mut joo,